This is not true. We literally
history.
flipped a coin back at the thing that I was okay with doing, and I think Trump won that roll, man. I didn't argue anything past that.
I think the D&D viewers are really rabid though and really enjoy that type of content. So
yeah,
can, like,
so I should actually
you can monetize them.
Yeah, I should be, but I haven't at all. But,
with like merch
or anything, or just like a Patreon or something.
D&D dice, like yeah.
DGG D&D dice.
Can you please know what happened in the D&D campaign? Okay, so here it is. Here's all the drama. Okay, so I've always wanted to do like a very serious campaign, like especially because Koibu's world is like so fleshed out. I think it would actually be super interesting to get like really dug in to like that world and the characters, and to have like a meaningful impact. Like that's actually super interesting to me. So like what I really want to do is like a really serious D&D campaign. Like it just sounds like something that'd be like super fun to do. But it seems like so when the Empires of Arcadia thing got pitched to me, like that sounded like really cool. Like I really like that sounds awesome. Like the idea of like building your own empire or whatever, and like Koibu's world where like everything is like pretty meaningful. Seems like a really interesting idea. Like that's something I was like super interested in. But I don't know why this happens. But it feels like every time, like I think that oh fuck. Playing with meme characters is just really hard and like makes me not care at all about like everything that's happening. Like, I don't know, it's like a really, it feels bad because it sounds like shit. Like I don't want to like, and obviously like I'm not gonna like tell anybody else like, oh like you need to play this way or whatever, especially for D&D. Like that's like a super shitty thing to do. But it's like if I want to do like some like super serious shit, like if I'm like trying to roleplay or get, because like I don't think I've like hardly roleplayed that campaign at all. Like if I was trying to roleplay like building an empire, like I don't think I would ever like roll with like certain types of people. Like why would I do this to myself? Like, that would never happen, you know. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Devin is gonna fucking hate you.
Yeah, fuck. And it feels bad because I know, I'm sure he says he puts like a lot of work into his characters, which I'm sure he does. It's fine, but like yeah, I don't know. And then it gets especially frustrating too because like Devin will complain that like, oh well, you know, like I thought this was a bad idea, but like in character I couldn't say anything. It's like, okay, well why are you playing like a literal like meme character then? Like why not play something more serious? Like you can't constantly like out of character like complain that your character is like a living meme that can't like contest any party decisions. And then like it's not like anyone is forcing you to play a meme character, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to play the meme character, but it's not fun to get the party wiped. Yeah, but so like for me, like I'm actually like the exact opposite in terms of how I approach things. Like doing things that have like a high chance of like everybody actually fucking dying. Those things are like, and that's actually been true like of my entire gaming background too. Now again, like not everybody has to enjoy things in the same way, but that actually is the most fun for me. Like the of Dice and Men shit where we killed like the skeleton dude or whatever. Like some of that was like literally the most like awesome fucking shit that I think that I've been involved in or that I've enjoyed doing like in all of my time.
You mean Gnome Sons and Catacombs?
Yeah. Wait, did I say that?
Yeah,
Yeah, the fucking like the fucking like
the
magical
one
like
shot you got up on the roll.
Yeah, like the nat
roll.
20 to stand up, and then like the crit or whatever against like the fucking seller to bring it down and shit. Like that kind of shit is like for me the most memorable stuff. The same thing with like DayZ and stuff. Like that's always like the most memorable stuff. But like in our current campaign, it seems like so Devon is like ultra invested in Grub never dying. And then Trump wants to avoid literally all the side content, like even stuff that seems like pretty obvious side content. And then it's like, fuck, I don't know, it just feels kind of weird. Like we're just like railroaded down a story basically because Trump doesn't want to do any of the side content because he's incredibly scared. And then Devon is like ultra motivated to just keep his character alive. Yeah, I don't know, it's a little, I don't know. Nothing is bad or wrong. Let me be like, I'm trying to be like ultra fucking clear of that. Like there's nothing that's like wrong or bad about any of this. Like everybody can do like stuff that they're like, everybody's allowed to enjoy things in their own way. Fuck, I'm trying to be like super clear about that. And then Zizaran guy, Ziz is actually, and actually MrMouton can verify this for me. I don't actually have a close relationship with Ziz. So if I wanted to burn that bridge and like shit on him, like I would do it. I don't give a fuck. But no, Ziz is, oh no.
What have you done? Why have you summoned me? I'm trying to shit on Kojima over here. What have you done?
What did
Destiny?
Kojima do? Wait, talk to us about Kojima.
Talk to me about your feelings.
Or Kojima made the fucking Postal Simulator game. Right?
Wow, did they? Wait, so what about it? Fill us in about that.
So, Steven, what's this about?
Yeah, what is this about? What happened with what happened with Kojima?
Why are people in my chat? What is going on?
I didn't know you were streaming right now.
Yeah, I don't normally. I'm here late because it's my 1 year anniversary, dude.
Oh shit! 1 year anniversary of streaming. What's going on with that?
Congratulations.
Oh my god, hi Zizaran. What did you say?
Where's Trump? Let's get the fucking party in here, baby. Get Koibu in here.
What is this about?
What time is it? Hold on. Do I have anything on my calendar coming up? 5 minutes? We're coming up to an hour mark.
He's quickly adjusting the calendar.
So, yeah, how are we all doing today?
I'll find out.
Oh, Zizaran, what's up? Oh, yo, you played Path of Exile last night, didn't you?
No, Lost Ark.
What did you play after?
Lost Ark. I just play Lost Ark all the day.
Lost
What
Ark?
is it?
What?
Russian,
Oh, Lost
though.
Ark. Tell us in about that. Fill us in about the Lost Ark.
DGG, tell me what happened.
It wasn't even that bad. Disney just said he wasn't like a big fan of like meme role playing.
Oh yeah, was that a lot of?
Right.
What kind of game is it? Tell us about the mechanics of the game. Who are the developers and publishers?
Why are people trying to make a big deal out of it? It wasn't that bad.
He called me the N-word.
No, I didn't.
Sis, what the
You did, I heard
fuck?
him. It's better than what he said.
Hey, no, it's like a Korean game, but it's republished in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why is all the pressure on me?
He hates my D&D character.
I
Okay,
didn't say that.
here's
that's
my.
his
Okay, listen. Here is basically where I'm at. Okay.
Okay, where are you at, buddy?
Oh man, I love you all so much. Okay.
So first it was so we're just gonna go down the list here. Let's see. It was Bad Bunny, and then before that it was Hassan. Is this inevitably? Am I the next one up? Is that what
Well,
this
that's
is?
apparent. That's for you to decide. I guess.
Okay, all right. What do you got? Buddy?
Okay, when you originally pitched Empires of Arcadia to me, it sounded like a
Yes.
really interesting idea. I was actually super excited. I really like Koibu's world, and I really wanted to take a serious grapple with Koibu's world because like it sounds really cool to engage with something that is like really deep. Like I think it feels like, or at least in a lot of the campaigns I've been involved in, that Koibu has like a lot in his world that goes like relatively unexplored. That there's a lot of stuff you can dig into given the opportunity to. So when you pitched the Empires of Arcadia thing to me, it's like, oh, this is awesome. Like the chance to do like some actual like super serious like world building. Like this is something that I'm super interested in. But then like it seems like in the campaign, I don't know why, but for some reason you always make like insane meme characters that basically prevent any of that from ever happening. I don't understand why. So like for instance,
not
like
true,
especially
though.
when you complain like you're like, oh, like out of character, like I would never do this or blah blah blah. And it's like I really like out of character Devon, and building empires with out of character Devon sounds like really interesting because I consider you to be a pretty smart guy. But building worlds with Grub, like especially like, and I didn't say this, but like when you keep saying like, what would I do like in character? Like it's really hard. I have no in character in that game because my in character would never in a million fucking years go on an empire building adventure with somebody like Grub. Like it would just never happen. Nobody would, right? So like it's really hard to understand. Like I don't know like how what I'm supposed to be invested in or what I care about in terms of like having like the literal meme characters in doing stuff. I guess it just makes everything feel like really weird or off.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, out of all four of us, which one of us has done the most to actually represent a leadership-driven world in the campaign so far? Like to actually take steps towards leadership, including last episodes.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by leadership. You have things like
who has done the most to
yeah. So like I can speak towards
to
it.
an empire,
So in terms of
building
like
campaign.
making decisions for fights or whatever, it kind of seems like my character has done that. In terms of like forging alliances, it kind of seems like Grub was obviously involved with the goblins. In terms of like planning battles, it kind of seems like that's been a shared thing between the three. Zizaran talks about like digging holes and shit and all of that.
Dude, I love digging holes.
Yeah. So that kind of seems kind of driven, but I guess like the kind of approach that I assumed would be taken was like it was going to be like a really diplomatic driven, like we were going to be talking about like the best way to like unify kingdoms and do stuff like that to build like an empire for Empires of Arcadia. That was going to be
let me just impact this a minute, okay? So Grub recruits 5 goblins to bring back to the city so that we can actually like have the start of like a group of people. And then they all get killed instantaneously because you want to fight a Trollru, okay?
So
Then
firstly, I would like to point out that the only
say that we
reason,
shouldn't do that.
yeah. So firstly, you didn't say it though because you didn't play an in-game character that had the wherewithal to say it. And if that's something you felt strongly about, especially because you're so protective of having your characters killed or not, it seems strange then that you wouldn't make a character
No,
that has
I
the
have no
intelligence
ability to
to
do it because you dominate the conversation and basically you make it so that there's no other option but that. There were 3 people that literally
like,
said we shouldn't do this,
I
but
know-
you have no
well,
option
so-
but to go forward. So I just acquiesced to it.
Sure. So I know that we don't have
Well,
like
like,
the, I know.
stop the
So
campaign,
I know
stop
that we
playing
don't
this.
have the recorded conversation, but you literally said word for word that you were pretty sure that we were going to defeat the creature before we went live. Do you remember saying that?
I didn't say that.
You
What I said
literally
was
said it
your
word for word. You
argument was- No, I can tell you what I said.
No. I know what you're going to tell me what I said, but it's not right. You're going to tell me what I said. You're going to tell me that my argument was really good at the end. But prior to that, when it was just you and me and no one else was there, and I said, we've defeated the other monsters really easily. I'm pretty sure we can do this. You said, yeah, you're probably right. You literally said that word for word to me. Do you remember saying that or no?
I don't remember saying that. I may have said that, but I specifically said several times that I thought that the fight was pretty much unwinnable because when Koibu makes custom characters, and that's something we can look up. Like I said, I understand in an offline
Yeah, but do you realize that you have a tendency? Sure. Do you ever realize that you have a
Yeah.
tendency to say literally every single fight is unwinnable? So like those words kind of mean absolutely nothing.
Do you realize that most of the time I'm actually right? Do you know how many fights have been but unwinnable in Koibu's campaign in the first 5 episodes of Empires of Arcadia? We've almost gotten wiped 4 times.
I think there was one fight so far that we've come up against that was unwinnable. How many do you remember?
3 at least. So I'm remembering the Trollroo fight, and then 2 fights on the river.
So the Trollaroo fight, I don't know if that was winnable or not. We had really bad rolls, but maybe we can say I'll give you that one. Maybe that was unwinnable. The crocodile.
It was absolutely unwinnable.
No, I would
Oh
probably
my
say that
God.
one wasn't winnable,
Wait.
but I do think that the crocodile ones were totally winnable.
Like he'll say you say all of this stuff like, oh, this is
But
unwinnable.
here's
The dragon can kill all of us. Dragon got rolled
Also, the
easily.
bottom
Hill
line
giants
is,
got
like,
steamrolled easily. Like you say these fights are unwinnable, but they're not really. Like it just comes down to preparation and planning.
Let's go to the main point. Like, why are you attacking me for like how the world is built when it's Koibu's campaign?
I'm
Like-
not. No.
like-
I'm
like,
not.
You're coming
Oh,
after me
God.
like I'm playing a character that's actually no. Hold on, like stop. Like you're coming after me like I'm playing a character that's not conducive to building the world, and while denying the fact that it's Koibu that runs this campaign. I helped structure it. I helped, but it was Koibu that built the whole thing up from the ground up. So if we want to play like a leadership-driven campaign, that's up to the DM to decide. I'm trying to facilitate that. That's why I tried to recruit goblins. That's why I've tried to.
The only reason we found those goblins is because I was the sole person pushing to track them. You realize that, right? Like if we go back in the
actually done the negotiation with them, you would have killed them.
I could
Destiny.
no. First of
You
all, no,
only
I
attacked them
wouldn't.
because
No,
you wanted
that's
to kill them.
that's not true. My goal isn't to kill anything. My goal is to like forge alliances when we can. That's like one of the things that's supposed to be done in this campaign. But literally, the only reason we can all go back through the VODs, I was the only person pushing to follow those goblins. Not only that, but I explicitly, when Trump's character was about to shoot, I explicitly told him not to shoot because we might be able to ask these guys for information or find stuff otherwise. Like I explicitly said that. So no, my goal wasn't to kill them. And you can go back in the VOD and find evidence of that. And you can find evidence of the fact that the only reason we found those goblins was because one, I was the only person pushing to kill the hill giants because apparently people are really scared of side content. And two, I was the only person that wanted to track those goblins and everybody else thought it was a waste of time. So I don't know if it's totally fair that you get 100% credit for that when that entire situation was set up because I was pushing for it.
You are literally changing the facts. Like you, so you're
Wait,
saying
which
to me
facts
right
did
now
I
that
just change?
I'll tell you what facts you changed if you don't interrupt me. So you're telling me right now that you didn't have the intent to kill the goblins when you were pursuing them.
Correct.
Okay, I just totally disagree with you. I think everything you've literally said in the campaign has been super murder hobo, and that's how you always play every one of your campaigns.
To
Oh
be
my
fair though, like
God.
I actually wanted to kill the goblins, like because I wanted to find them as well. But like, oh my God, like listening to you guys debate, like you guys are both so good at it. It's like hard to get a word in. I'm just sitting here like, wow, this is so five-head.
My
But I think
goal-
what Destiny. Wait.
Okay,
shut
go
up.
ahead, yeah,
I,
okay.
Talk a lot. I think what Destiny's just trying to say is he has a hard time getting into the campaign because he's not that used to playing with main characters. But he wants to try to play it more like a regular video game where he's just like, like seriously playing and trying to min-max a little bit, kind of like I do in PoE. He has a hard time getting into that when
That
there's like
notion
a main
is so
character.
ridiculous because Destiny literally dominates everything he does. He dominates like the conversations in character. It's very clear that everyone just defaults to him because he's
This
the
is
loudest,
not
most
true.
provocative person. It
We
is true.
literally flipped a coin back at the thing that I was okay with doing, and I think Trump won that role, man. I didn't argue anything past that. I actually make like an explicit effort to take a back seat, and I don't think I've taken like a super strong leadership role at all. Like, yeah, I pushed us to fight the Trollaroo, but for everything else, like these have been like group discussions, like 100%. Remember, I had the whole plan to do the tree felling thing to kill Anthrax the dragon, and we ended up sitting back in the village. I actually was super against that, but we flipped the coin, and the coin rolled on Trump's, and I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it. So no, I don't think I've been like domineering.
That is an example of where we had to tooth and claw fight over something so that we actually did it.
Because it
But,
was a
like,
two. Because there was a disagreement between two people. If it's ever like a 3-on-1 disagreement, then fine. Then I'll back off it, which like has happened. Like,
No, what I'm saying is like, here's the deal, dude. I'm making a comment on your nature. Okay. Like every single time that there is any sort of discussion or point of interest that could be an argument, you go to fucking war. Okay. And everything has to be this giant fucking fight. Like right now, I didn't start this, okay? Why are you on your stream sitting here telling me that my character is not conducive to the game?
I never. Oh my god, dude! No matter how carefully I phrase things, I like can't escape this. So I'll repeat what I said literally a million times before. Okay. It's fucking D&D. Anybody can play any campaign any way they want, and there is nothing fucking wrong with that. Literally whatever they want. That's totally 100% fine, okay? Do you understand? Do you think I mean that, or do you think I'm just saying that? I think it's totally fine.
I think you mean that. I think you mean that, yeah.
Okay, so that's totally fine, okay? All I'm saying is that when you presented to me, like, I mean, we could go back and read the logs. This is Empires of Arcadia, where we're going to be building an empire in Koibu's world. I didn't know that I was going to be like paired with a goblin that it was like meme dancing sometimes for 20 minutes at a time. I didn't know that that was going to be like my companion. I thought it was literally going to be fucking like, by the way, I am the ex like GLC like commander in this fucking game, and I build like fucking empires and shit, and that was going to be like my part. I didn't know it was going to be fucking Grub the Grub that talks to trees. Like that was my like understanding. Now that not that there's anything wrong with that, that's fine. If that's like what you enjoy, and actually, you know what? And every single other person can enjoy that too. The audience loves it. I think most people like really like Grub's character. I'm not saying it's a bad character. There's anything wrong. I'm pretty sure Koibu really likes Grub's character. He said it explicitly that he really likes the character. That's totally fine. So nothing is wrong there. I didn't say your character is wrong for the campaign, or it's bad, or stupid, or anything like that. I'm just saying that I had quite a different expectation going into it. Like that's it. Like.
So with that part where you said I didn't say your character is wrong for the campaign, didn't you just say that?
I said that from my impression. I said that
empire building campaign and the character is wrong for an empire building campaign. Would you say that?
Wrong for the campaign. He said that he was having a hard time seeing how we're going to build a campaign with a character like that.
No. Well, the way that I would do it would be like dramatically different. Like if I was choosing party members to leave my village, I'd be choosing like fairly serious-minded people to like do it. Because like that would be the goal. It's like forge diplomacy or whatever. It wouldn't be like with like a living meme character. Like that would just. But like I'm not saying that it's like a horrible thing. I'm just saying that that's. Yeah.
So, in your opinion, is my character not conducive to an empire building campaign?
No, you could absolutely. I mean, you just said it yourself. You talked to the goblins and shit. I think you can absolutely build an empire with a character like that.
So then, what is your statement you're trying to make here? So you don't think my character is wrong for the campaign, and you don't think that I'm not conducive to the campaign's original objective. So what's the problem?
I personally don't mesh with that approach with world building. That's like my personal thing. And I was under the impression, given the intro I was given to the campaign, I was under the impression that it was going to be like significantly different.
So you don't deny that my character is not wrong for the campaign, and you don't deny that I am contributing to the empire building aspect of the campaign. You literally just don't like my character.
Yes.
Okay. What can I do better?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do better. You do your character about as well as you possibly can. I don't think there's anything you can do better. It's just like a different approach.
Okay. Well, if you have any suggestions about
no, it's not a suggestion. No, there's nothing to improve your. Like you make it like a binary, like good or bad, and what I like is what I consider good, and what I don't like is what I consider bad. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that it's like a.
I understand.
Okay.
It's just like some people don't like pistachio ice cream.
All right, man. Yeah. Okay, that's I understand now. Thanks.
Like the majority of my viewers say that Grub is like their favorite character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the majority of my viewers say it. So, how's everybody doing today?
Tired.
Really? Maybe you should stop streaming so late.
Fucking 2 a.m. every Thursday.
Well, if it keeps you on the way Steve's trying to have it, you won't have that anymore.
Shut the fuck up. They can always find another person. Don't say that, you fucking piece of shit. If it comes to that.
What? Fuck off. Do you know I specifically asked if we could get Destiny? You were the
Stop.
first
No, you didn't. You weren't even involved in the initial setup of this. Don't even fucking try to
rephrase. Wait. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how this started? With me messaging Devin, going like, hey, I really want to play a D&D campaign. Are you in? Also, it would be kind of cool if we could play with Destiny.
Literally what happened. Destiny's character has died. Bonus meme, Pepe.
I'll bet you both my kidneys.
Both your kidneys.
Ooh. Literally what happened.
Literally?
Literally.
Okay. All right. What's up, Devon?
So the previous interaction felt a little bad. I'd like to follow up on it.
Okay. What's up?
Since I can't get in contact with you through messages since you don't respond.
Sometimes I do. I got a lot of messages I'm trying to respond to. But you were on my docket. All right. What's up?
So what are you doing with the campaign going forward? Maybe that's the best way to...
I don't know. I'm thinking on it right now.
Well, when can I get an answer from you?
I'll probably do it by tomorrow night.
Okay. So my position on this is, because in thinking about it, first of all, I think that for me to come in and to like kind of just like jump you with that was not good. So I apologize for that.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I think that's not good. But that said, I did like go back and look at the clip of what you actually said.
Mm-hmm.
It feels a little bad when like, you know, I'm kind of like hanging out somewhere else and then you're like, okay, like I don't really like the way this is going, but then like, you know that I respect you enough that I would completely reroll a character or change something without hesitation. It would be no lack of happiness for myself. There's a lot of
you
ways
understand that would be like
game.
the last thing I would ever want to happen. Like that
But
sounds
here's
like the worst thing ever. Like, hey, I don't like your character. Can you go re-roll another one that I like more?
No,
like
no,
that's
it
like
sounds
insane.
really bad. But the alternative is like, oh yeah, there's nothing really wrong. I just don't like it, so I'm bailing. That's like way worse.
You understand that like that's okay, right? Like people can like to play things in different ways, and it doesn't have to be like the worst thing in the world. Like, isn't that okay? Or is that actually like just a nuclear level event, like a Holocaust level like destruction?
I think saying something like, I just don't like playing D&D with you, so I'm out. Like if that's the end thing, then okay, yeah, I can accept that. It's not going to affect our friendship or whatever, like I told you. But if that's like what's on the docket here, then yeah, I can accept that. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I just have to think about it a little bit more. But
okay, so I guess like the kind of like not. Okay, so here's what I think is my problem with it, right? Is like I would like to think that in like situations like this, there's like something that we can do to like improve it, or like I can do something better that would then resolve the situation. But the situation as it stands is like, hey, I don't like you in this context. You can't change anything, so I'm going to make a decision based on that, and then you're fucked, and that's where I'm at. So I have nothing to do in this situation but await your judgment.
Okay. I mean, I think it's okay for me to decide like what level of engagement I want with any given activity. I think that's an okay position for me to take. I don't think that's entirely unreasonable or insane.
Yeah, well, when other people are involved, like considering their take might be okay, but in your world, I guess not. I mean, that's like we're working with other people to resolve issues instead of completely taking it on your own shoulders and being like, I get to decide everything.
So like, let's say I didn't enjoy it. Like, let's say that I'm actually like, I'm like contractually locked to do this until its very end, and whatever I want to do or whatever is completely irrelevant. It's just like I have to because I have to consider other people.
So the extreme take on the other side. What I'm saying is
that's
like,
not no wait. That's so
yeah.
To be clear,
you're not contractually locked into anything.
My take is not that extreme. Like it's okay. Like even in a worst case scenario, one person just doesn't want to play that campaign anymore. That's not like the worst thing in the world. I think that this has gotten like way more dramatic than it needs to be. Like it's okay if people like come and go. Like it's not like a huge issue, I don't think. Or it doesn't have to be like a Holocaust level event.
Well, the show's not going to continue without you. So it's
wait,
kind of
why not?
Why would it? You're like a core part of the cast.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna take the time to like go like find someone else. Like I built this show to play with you and my friends, right? Like that's why we did it.
Okay,
so that's why it's like a kind of it's I don't know, man. Like I feel like I'm the bad guy here because I'm like I don't mean to like push you into a corner or anything, and I don't want to force you to do anything. And ultimately, if the campaign ends up being like, yeah, you just don't like playing, you just don't like playing, that's the end of it. And like I said, that's not the end of anything. Like, dude, I value you and respect you much higher than a fucking D&D campaign. But I'm just saying, like, it feels a little bit bad where, who is this person? Like, why does she keep talking?
That's
like,
just does random shit all the time.
Okay. It just feels a little bit bad that, like, you know, I just don't have any input in that. That's all. But like, again, it won't affect anything. Like, I still respect the fuck out of you, and I like you a lot.
Okay. I'll keep it in mind as I think about it, okay?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about this in the long term. Like, I don't think, at the end of the day, I hope it doesn't bring anything between us.
Sure thing. Okay.
Do you have any other thoughts on the matter, or?
No, I mean it's just something I have to think about, right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not like getting much feedback from you.
What feedback can I possibly give?
Like your thoughts on my thoughts.
What kind? Like, so you are telling me, okay? So you've told me that you're willing to totally change your character to play with me, meaning I'm able to dictate other people's actions in the campaign, which already makes me incredibly uncomfortable. And you're telling me that if I drop the entire campaign that has other people involved, it's completely and utterly canceled, meaning everybody else's campaign experience rests on my enjoyment of said campaign. It's like
I think it's like a.
Peppo, Peppy, Peppo.
pretty
I don't
big-
think it's like a really dramatic way.
That's
to, like,
incredibly dramatic.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it needs to be that dramatic. It's just like if you don't want to play with people, then you just don't want to play.
No. That's my position. My position is like, okay, well, if somebody thought the experience was going to be different, then it's okay that people can do things differently or head their different ways. That's fine. Not like if you leave, this entire campaign is getting canceled.
But that might be the outcome, but it's not like because of that. You know what I mean? Like that.
Well,
might
it
be what
literally
actually
is
happens.
because of that. I would be
Okay, but then, like,
single-handedly
but you don't
murdering
have
the
to be
campaign.
responsible. Yeah, but you don't have to think of it like that. Like it's like if the reason is like you don't like playing with people, you're not any obligation to stay here, in my opinion.
No, but like the price is like pretty high now. Rather than just me like departing from a campaign and then swapping me out with somebody else, now it's literally like if I leave, the entire campaign is canceled.
I would say that's the same for any one player in the campaign.
Really? If Trump was
Yeah.
like, I don't think I can do that, we were.
Who would I invite? Like who? Like we were looking for people for weeks
Any
for
of the
this
Nerd
campaign.
Fusion people? Anybody like Dan's
They don't
Gaming or
wanna
anybody?
play, dude.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody else on all
They've
of
got
Twitch
their-
wants to play.
They've either got their own campaign. I already asked them. They've already got like I asked them when we were setting up this show. They've already got their own campaigns or they've already got stuff that they do. It's actually really hard to find a streamer that can commit to a 4-hour time slot. Like you know that we struggled to try to find people on the show.
That's because we
But I
were
don't want you
only
to feel
looking
bad
at
about
literally
leaving.
like 4 to 5 figure streamers. Like
No, I made a huge list of people. If you remember, it was 30 people strong, and we asked them all, and everybody had stuff going on.
okay, I would have to go back and look. I don't remember that. I feel like we reached out to 2 or 3 people that were like literal like 5-digit like people like Kriparian.
man, I
I
did
think
this
wasn't
for
able
2
to do
weeks.
it. I don't think.
Yeah, Kriparian was on the list and stuff, and like that was actually like someone we got pretty far with. I mean, most people we didn't even end up at that stage, right? Most people were just like no. But I went to like my whole office. I went to like the whole list of people. It's in our log somewhere. I don't know if we need to like go back and do this,
Sure.
but like you could try to take my word for it that like I'm confident that I did a lot of work to like try to find these people, maybe. But
Okay.
yeah, it's hard, but it's not like a really big deal. Like at the end of the day, if like we don't want to play, like that's okay. I just like I don't want. My main outcome here is like to not have you feel like really bad or like not break up our friendship in any way.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
think that was happening, but I mean,
It's not to be
Okay.
clear. As long as you don't think it is, my friend, like then we're still good. I mean,
Okay.
unless you have a problem or issue, like I don't have an issue. Seriously,
gotcha. Okay, I'll think about it. Okay.
we'll think about if we have a problem or issue.
No, I'll think about whether or not what I want to do for like rerolling a character and everything. Okay.
Is there any way I can help?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not fun for me to dictate somebody else's experience, right? Like if somebody wants to do like a certain thing, it's just not the way that I work. Like I don't
love
enjoy
you,
that.
But do you know what a compromise is? It doesn't have to be 100-0. Like you're like the dictator of the universe. Like we could just come to like an agreement.
You're
where
literally
we both
talking
work
about
together.
suiciding and re-rolling a character to appease me. Do you have any idea how entitled that would make me feel or sound? Like, oh yeah, like I was playing this character, but my other friend didn't like it, so I just suicided that character that I put a ton of time and effort into that I really like, and now I rolled another one that gets along with him better. Do you have any idea how insane that
hold on.
sounds?
Yeah, it does sound really bad. But like the flip side of it is this, right? I actually have another character that I'd like to try as like more serious, and I can give him a shot. There's already been 2 deaths to the party on this episode. I'd be super happy to bring this character and then try him out, and it would be no cost to my personal happiness. I'm not married to my. I think you kind of think I am this because you said before that like my motivation is like keeping this character alive and spending a lot of time on him. I'm actually not married to the character. I could definitely play another character in this universe and enjoy it. So it's not like I would agree if this was like some huge personal cost or sacrifice to me, that would be like a big deal. But it's not. It's really not. I could try someone else, and I think I'd have fun with it.
Okay, I'll keep all of this in mind. Okay, when I look to reroll a character. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that like this has become like an issue. Like,
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I think we can like work through it, and like in a year we won't even remember that it happened. Okay?
Sure.
In the 7-year history of the Devon Destiny arc, like this is not that dramatic.
Okay. All right. I love you,
Okay.
buddy. Okay.
I love you too, man. I really do. If you ever need anything, let me know.
Okay.
And if I'll see you on the Scuffed podcast.
Gotcha. I'll see you in an hour, bud.
All right, man. All right. Thanks, dude. Thanks for talking with me.
Okay. Bye bye. I don't really like. It's very 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 easy after the matter of a fact to be like, oh well, this is what I should have done. Oh, I should have done that. I should have done that. But like